Something that has to be said, though, while these guys are just cutting each other is that, I mean, TSM have been around for so long. These guys, you know, back when they were Dignitas,
well,
very few rosters. Well, it's exactly what they're doing. So, yeah, while they're driving blades into each other, let's talk a little bit about how long TSM have been around. I mean, they've been there back when the Dignitas roster, of course, one change, but other than that...
It's a big change, though, as well.
It was a big change, but compare that to Penta, where you have Crystal, the only remaining member. I mean, there's no competition. These guys have been playing together for so much longer, and that plays a huge role.
It was February, wasn't it, when the change came in? Carrigan came in as the new shot caller as well, and it's obviously worked. They've picked up their first LAN victories. They managed to go strong into this one. Penta, though, starting out as the CT side, that's a big deal for them. Let's see if they can get the rounds on the board early. I'm interested to see the positions, because the last 2 games I've watched of these, they kind of switched positions. So obviously that's what it is. You know, it's a new team. They're finding their feet. They're finding who is stronger in what position. They started off, Trouble used to be on B side, but you can tell he's already going over to A, and it is going to be Stavros and Tabson again at B.
And they are going to be starting this one off with a nice spread, a nice stack, that kind of 3-2 spread that you expect to see. And TSM are going to be trying to do the bait and switches you often see. Quick exchange on Banana as Tabson is going to be pressured, and he's just going to be backing away. He does have that backup of Stavros as well. And I'm probably going to call him Stavy at some point, I'm not going to lie. But otherwise, other than that, we are just going to be seeing TSM side. They did take the bomb through Apps and backed away straight all the way back through T-Apps to the Banana area. It is in the hands of Carrigan, and they are just going to be biding their time. Nade-wise, we are just going to be seeing them on Carrigan. A flash and a smoke, and looks like he's going to be thrown out towards CT. Or he's thinking about it at least. Stavros and Thompson ready themselves as yet. The numbers are starting to stack, and TSM, they're about to commit to an offensive on B, or at least it looks like that way.
Thompson just a couple of tags on towards Device, but now they're pushing in. There's the smoke, going to stop things though. It should cut them down. They're going to push on straight through it. Thompson does get one, but immediately they've cleared out the B defenders. The rotate is coming. It's Crystal that gets in there first, but not able to get anyone across.
Did he mess that smoke up? It certainly looked like it. Just missing out. Oh, Troubly's been caught out by Zipnix, or Zipex as I should be calling him now.
Oh god, we're not going down that route.
The truth is out. Either way, Crystal last man standing, and he has got so little to work with. No armor. He's got 3 armored terrorists hunting him down, as he's just going to be holding his angle. KGB spotted his shoulder, and he's going to be working to work that health down. And look at that, no chances there. KGB is the one to end it all. Snatches away the P2K as well, as TSM pick up a very successful T first round.
All right, okay, let's see how that works out for them. TSM, of course, SMGs, they were pretty vocal when the changes came through about how strong they felt these SMGs. We'll probably see Carrigan maybe using that MP7 through a couple more than the first 2 rounds. We'll see how long he sticks to it. KGB sticking with the USP, actually. So maybe going to be saving up for that ult for Device. Who knows? Device himself got the P90. We'll see if it works out. We did see the other day. Oh, there's no smokes at all here. Full eco. Strux actually with the shotty. He's up in apartments at the moment, but now he knows they're here. Trouble might catch them off guard.
Yeah, and they do, of course, have that Nova, and it's not going to work out. Whoa, bit of team damage. Get there in the end, though. Stavros and Strux are 2 remaining, and Strux, that no armor Nova is only going to get you so far. Then again, oh, what's he doing?
Wrong
Didn't
way.
check the corner. It was a 50-50, and Zipex punishes his peak. And now, hello, Stavros.
Stavros picked up 2 with the 5-7 down there already. Oh, he's not going to be looking now. He's going to walk straight into that. And Zipnix will find it. It's one of those things. I remember going through player names with, especially the Chinese players back in League of Legends, and you'd ask them, like, so how do we pronounce your name? Especially Uzi, it was because it used to be Uzi I, and he just said, "What sounds more cool?" Now this is something that Zipnix should think about right now, because what sounds better, Zipnix or Zipex?
What, Tipex? I mean, it's basically like, product placement.
Put some thought into this one. Accept that these Zipnix now, and let's stick to it. I think that's what we're going to go with. Anyway, Mac 10's in hand. Of Device going to be pushing on through. Caught a glimpse of Tabson on porch. He's not going to get away with that one. He's got taken down already. And they are just gunning them down. Mac 10's all across the board. And it was an immaculate round for TSM.
It certainly was. Did take a chunk of damage down from them, but nothing to write home about. The AWP is going to be placed into the hands of Device, though, on this 4th round. And No such luck on the side of Penta.
Here we go. Look at this. Carrigan sticking with it. Everybody else like, oh, I'm going to get an AK. Carrigan's like, nah.
Now, there's a reason behind that. We know TSM have favoured this, and they've done it for a long time now. They do favour the MP7 on that fourth round, just because it's actually not too shabby on Inferno for the openers, especially around that B site. We'll see where Carrigan chooses to take it. It does, of course, have that 4K as well. It just gives them a bit of flexibility. No head armor, as our observer is highlighting. Of course, against AKs, that's not always as much of a problem, but against an MP7, that is going to be a real issue. 2 opening frags already. Crystal, the only member to respond, though, as Zipnix, think you're rightly, it does sound a whole lot better, is going to be the one to end it now. 2 low health TSM members, and that's going to cost them potentially, as Crystal's going to make his way back in towards Boiler. And the 4 Ts, well, more like 2.5 Ts, as the Dupree and Device hardly counter. Say that KGB goes down, and now these tiny health bars are going to be a bit of a problem for them. Whew.
Yeah, immediately Carrigan will get the bomb. Stavros, oh, Wells on site. Tabs on the last man, smoked off on Arch. There's the plant coming in. And he's just going to try and save this one, trying to back away. It's interesting to see the difference in teams that you often see. Obviously, from Penta's point of view, I'm thinking back to Dignitas versus, I think it was Hellraisers the other day, where basically they were just smoking off so much that you couldn't, you either had to push through the smoke with flashes, or you have to wait a full minute. And it was just the style of play. At the moment, Penta have not been able to slow TSM down at all.
Well, that's kind of how it works, especially on Inferno. It's just about bringing that clock down as much as you can, investing the smokes wisely, and even the mollies, as you can see a nice demonstration there from Dupree, as those health bars are low. Oh, look at that. He's done the maths from 4 to 2.
That is covered, yeah. I knew the angle. I'll be all right.
He's fine. He's safe. He's Gucci. Either way, we are going to be going into the 5th round, and we are going to be seeing pretty much just Tabson with his M4. He's going to be set up in the kind of turret position and hope that he can do something for his team, as TSM, the fully bought up Danes, are going to be looking for blood.
Let's see if they can find it, because it's going to be a pretty poor Penta.
Yeah.
Tabson, the only man with an M4, of course, did save it in the last. Let's see if he can make use of it over on B site. Device is going looking there with the AWP already. Crystal's going to try and flash himself out, expecting the push. Did hear a lot of footsteps, and well, we can see for a good reason, but that smoke will slow things down.
And so this is the point. This is the point. Oh, I was going to say, and Penta are going to try and sit in, gain intel.
Nice.
Troubly going aggressive, not nice enough though. He's completely fluffed his shots. Lee is furious. But either way, 3 members remain. Penta, Strux is in a prime position, and I don't know if it's going to be checked. It is. Caught, no fall here. Can't hide anything. Can't pull the wool over Zipnix's eyes. He picks up the double, and I'm not going to lie, lack of communication, and Penta just kind of tripping and stumbling their way through these rounds. A lot of missed opportunities, I think, is a good way to highlight. Yeah,
it's one of those things when you do peek out and you've just got that P250 in hand, it could have been so much better for him. But this is Penta absent, hiding once again. He managed to hold on to it last round. We'll see whether they let him this time. I can see, I think it's Device that's already coming round. Well, he's managed to take Zipnix down as well, so he's made it costly, and he's hanging on to that M4 more importantly.
Yeah, I think Device is kind of second-guessing himself, like, do I really want to invest this AWP? He has still got the AWP on his back as he goes hunting with the 5-7, and
he's going to find him.
I don't know.
Tabson's not looking.
Yeah, I think Tabson could be ready if he just continues to check it. Oh, he is cautious of his back, and
sneaky.
Device, he's going sneaky beaky like indeed. Device just seems to have a good idea though. Tabson, has he got the reactions? He might do it, and that's going to be an AWP for Tabson. Can he get there fast enough? He's trying to go wrong. Oh my god, he's going to.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good. Whew. And now Cajun is just sitting there shaking his head like, guys, we had the round.
Hey, Tabson just got a triple and an AWP. That was a win for Penta, despite the fact that the round down. That's going to give the hands Crystal the AWP now. And then we've got the full buy. He doesn't need to go any eco. He's got good money, you can see, because he didn't need to spend anything. So, can Penta pick up this round? If they can, it could be big for them. Device, of course, able to just rebuy straight back up on that AWP. They knew they had enough money. And now we're starting to see some deeper smokes coming out from Penta. This will slow things down for TSM, you'd assume, but they're pushing straight through top and mid.
Look at them. They're just bulldozing into the A site. Troubly's right next to them. If they've just 4 people who just walked through him in the smoke, Strux is going to come down to him as well. Troubly's the first to open up, as the Penta duo seem to be doing a pretty good job so far. 3 members remain, though, as Troubly is going to be making footsteps over in apps, trying to slow them down, but little does he know, they are all still deep into the site. Crystal from Library does have the AWP, but the smoke just going to completely obscure his vision. He's going to be about a chocolate teapot at this point, as he's just going to have to wait the time out. This is what we were talking about before. Another smoke comes out, and Penta, they're just staring at these walls of smoke, realizing that they are going to have to watch that clock tick down unless they go for the push. The mollies come out, and Penta are just locked out of this site.
Well, TSM, So they've got 3 man, so they're 1 man down. They're pushing in. Here we go. They're going full on aggressive. Penta just piling into sight, but Dupree and Zipnix clear them out. Zipnix and Pit could completely cause them all sorts of trouble. They have to go for the defuse. They haven't got the time. And well, 3 members of TSM just cut Penta completely out. He's gonna live as well. Would you believe it? Zipnix hangs on in there. And now, well, that was Penta's chance to slow the rot. They are going to be able to buy themselves back up there, but 6-0 is already a fantastic start for TSM.
And 11 frags for Zipnix as well. Picked up 3 in that round, and he is doing fantastic work for his team. On the other side of things, Penta haven't breached 5 frags. And we are, of course, only 7 rounds into this one, but this is such a scary TSM when they're in this point. When you throw down smokes, you throw down flashes, you throw down mollies, and TSM walk through it, that's when you start second guessing.
Sadly for them, this is exactly what happened against Virtus Pro as well. The plow was on that day, and Penta, I think they only got 4 rounds. That was on the CT side. They did have a good T side though, so maybe Penta, if they can rescue something here, maybe able to draw themselves back into it, but already going 6-0 down, so a bit of a challenge put towards them. They're going to have to be very good on T's side. We see TSM once again setting up. Crystal this time backing away. They are going to get the crossfire. We can see, I think it's Stavros that's rotated around in Arch, so they might have a decent crossfire this time, Penta.
Yeah, this could go a little better than before, but as we say that, TSM with their 3-man stack A, we're going to be walking the bomb in towards B, and that's going to completely mess with him. Here comes the wrap, and Stavros is ready! Is he ready enough, though, as he fluffs the second shot? Zipnix does fall at a heavy price, but now Tabson, prime position. The smoke's going to be delaying them, and they're just trying to catch a glimpse. As Tabson's ready for this. This is going to be glorious or not. Device shuts him down, but still, 4 Germans remain, and just 1 TSM member.
Stavros coming round. Carrigan trying to get the plant in, and that will be the first round for Penta, so it did work out in the end. TSM trying the wrap around through Arch, not quite working out this time around. Penta, more importantly, that smoke from Tabson. I didn't know whether it was Tabson that held onto it. I assume it was. They probably had a smoke coming over. I think it was Stavros probably tossed it and then passed and rotated round. So it worked out well. It was the B defenders in the end that managed to pick up all the kills. TSM, though, able to rebuy straight back in there. So 6 successful rounds, but it could get costly if they keep losing out like that. But Penta, a bit of confidence for them there, more importantly. Now we're seeing Penta actually being a little more aggressive on B side, but look at Zipnix. He's already got up here, and it was the fast play that caught Penta off last time around. They may do it again. Yeah,
it's going to be potential trouble for them. Crystal on the balcony area. Troubly's actually going to be ready with that smoke, but let's be honest, that hasn't stopped TSM in the past. That is such a good connection. Troubly eliminated by Dupree with that AWP, and another smoke comes out. All of a sudden, Penta in a little bit more of an awkward situation. All it takes is 1 frag, and TSM just thrive on putting the enemy team in awkward position. Zipnix with another, as Crystal does fall. Took 1 with him, though, and Struck's now holding that Maniac spot on balcony. Is just going to be lying in wait for the TSM members. They, however, have other plans.
How are they going to read this? Stavros has rotated from B. Strux is still in there, like you said, on balcony. Tabson all the way back over at B site, having to be the solo hold. So 4 members of TSM are going to be pushing on, and Strux in pit. He's going to get very busy any second now. Molly's going down. They're going to try and flash him out. He's got no idea that they're dropping down on him. Device will clear that one off. Stavros on site. He's going to get 1. He could be at a second. Yes, he will. Make it expensive for them. Now, Tabson's rotating, and the damage was done. It's a 2-on-1. Tabson coming in. Oh, did he see the man on pit? I think he did, and he saw Dupree as well on site. So he knows where they both are from Moto. Will get heavy tag onto Cajun B. Device in pit could be the pivot. But, well, he seemed to just take his eye off Cajun B there, 1 hit point or not. He came out on top. It's probably because he assumed a dude on 1 hit point's not going to be on top of a box. Peek. Why would he peek? Yeah, why would he do that?
But that's great. Cajun B getting in the head of his opponent, and we are going to be seeing another round on the board for Team SoloMid. 7-1 in this one, and you can see the distinct lack of Penta rounds. Of course, that was a single win to another loss, so they are going to be money screwed, as you so daintily crowned it. It's the politically correct method. I love it. That we get from these players. This time, no smokes on B. Is going to force Device to go looking, Cajun B as well. Tabson actually going a little aggressive with his 5-7. And now he has got the smoke, but that Molly's going to be straight on point. He still finds 1 on the way out. Stavros was taken out. That was up the top and mid, but Tabson's actually being quite clever with this one. He's going to sneak in and maybe hide behind this car.
but it doesn't look like TSM want to push through that smoke.
I wouldn't either. Know what's lying on the other side. Tabson accurate with that 5-7.
Crystal's going aggressive in apartments, actually. He's trying to look around. It's Zipnix and it's Dupree he might find. And he is. That's going to be an easy pickup. Look at that. Straight away. Thank you very much. I'll take that AK. Let's see what I can do. Strux is not spotted. Oh, they run straight past him. Carrigan gets potted down. Device all alone. He gets the kill with a deagle, of all things. Switch away from the AK. Probably trying to get the shots through the smoke. It's a 2-on-2. This is doable.
Not going to be an easy task. Crystal, of course, no armor with that AK. Does have the weapon to his name, though, and he may be able to find something, but Zipnik's passive in Banana is going to be an issue, as is Crystal's health, as he only has 14 points to work with. Troubly trying to do his best with that 5-7, and that was a vital pickup of Intel from Device, taking Krytel. Who is Krytel? Crystal as well, as Troubly realizes it's not going too well for him. Does take a big chunk out of Device. One extra bullet would have done it, and he's just going to have to back away, try and maintain that armor, and even the AK, as he hoovers up as a dead teammate.
The round for TSM, but it was a full eco for Penta. So they at least managed to rescue the AK. And more importantly, Troubly kept hold of his armor. So TSM, though, starting to really clock up some serious T-side rounds. And this is an issue. Penta have to start getting something on the board now. Stavros, you can see the B-side defenses been picking up the kills, but they just can't keep them at bay long enough. And the retakes have not been successful for Penta so far.
Yeah, and this is just a really well-executed T-side from TSM. They just keep Penta guessing, keep those B players there, not really enabling them to rotate. Or at least not quickly, that's for certain, as you saw Troubly and Crystal get there eventually, but the bomb was down and positions were taken. Cajun B, first blood drawn, as we're going to see a second immediately after that. Device was the one to put a bullet into Stavros, as Crystal is going to be looking to catch one off guard. He has the AWP. This is where Crystal is at his prime, but not going to quite connect through the smoke, and the nade is going to do very little as well, as they realize Penta are sitting there like, we can't rotate, this is another lost round, and with 35 seconds on the clock, they're just going to have to back away and try and clutch onto those weapons.
Crystal missed the shot. Now they know where he is. They're going to chase him into library. There is still 3 members of Penta alive, remember, so it's going to be the guys coming around the back. Dupree's the one that's going to try and flank in. It's Troubly that's in pit. Strux in graveyard, so Strux is not looking this way, though. Dupree could just peek around and actually see his head. Troubly will find Zip next. Dupree peeking. Carrigan comes in. Oh, God. It's sickening when you see those shots down into pit like that. Just a single dink straight down. I'm
pretty certain he was crab walking there. I'm pretty certain it was a little bit of movement. He was just using that crouch key and shooting on the move. It is surprisingly accurate, deadly accurate, that first bullet at least. And we are going to be seeing TSM and Penta still pretty... I
think we're seeing the difference between a team that's just won 2 lands and a team that's just been completely decimated. 9-1 is a big score, no doubt about it, on T's side. We'll see whether they can continue this, because Penta now on a complete shoddy buy. You can see the FAMAS is pistol just for Stavros, so it's a bit of a mix, while Crystal's gone complete glass cannon as well. Dupree very aggressive with the AWP, actually. He's got himself all the way up mid. It's a second mid now. It was Crystal that's just around that corner, but as I said, glass cannon. And now what's he going to do with that AWP? He's got nowhere to go with it. He's going to have to go completely deep. He's not got a lot to do about it. Carrigan's, Dupree, sorry, was pushing on them. And Device is the man that's peeking over here. But Penta are actually sticking in. He's got another smoke, so that's going to slow things down once again for Penta. But this may be just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, it's a kind of a bit of a problem for Penta. Of course, this kind of shoddy by 5-7.
It's a nice boost from Stavros here. He's got a flashbang as well. So as soon as they come around the corner, he's going to try and flash Tabson in. Stavros only got that P250. There's Tabson. Going to flash him. That molly going to go in the corner. It's not going to find one. Device, as soon as the smoke clears, Device will find him. And that puts Stavros in a problem. He tries to flash it. He flashes himself in the end. I didn't see, it actually may have been TSM flash. I didn't see who it was. But nonetheless, that is a crisp, clean take on towards B-site. And I think Penta are just going to sit on the guns.
Yeah, and this B-side defense is so... they take in risks. I mean, Tabson's positioning there, he was like actively peeking TSM as the smoke cleared, and I mean that's pretty 50-50, and I know that you can get much better odds while holding angles on that site.
I wonder if they know Crystal's got this AWP. I wonder if they hear, as soon as they hear this boom, we'll see. Then now I wonder if we're going to see them clap. It doesn't matter. Device just completely drops him dead. Strux Strux is actually not even making a move to try and recover that weapon either. He's just going to try and sit on a FAMAS, which is it's a sad state when you're trying to save a FAMAS, isn't it, really? 10-1. TSM pretty much dominating here.
I'm actually trying to cast my mind back to the round Penta 1. TSM, but they ended the round with 4 people alive.
It was 5 rounds ago, yeah.
It was 5 rounds ago, yeah.
I can't
even remember. It feels like it was years ago. Either way, whatever they did in that round, it would be great to see more of. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just TSM.
I mean, they've got 1 smoke, a couple of flashes and pistols now, which is why we're seeing TSM going full aggression. Maybe something like this could work out. Karrigan already chops 1 down. Zipnik's just trying to gun them down. That was the only rifle they had. The FAMAS P250 found, but Karrigan's already around the back of Troubley. They're jumping up on towards him. Whee! A bit close there, Dupree. Has to second guess himself. They have got quite a few kills here, despite being on a eco. Troubley got himself the AK, and he's just going to run for cover. So that's going to be 11-1 for TSM.
This is, I think, been summarized by you beautifully beforehand. This is a team that won 2 LANs against a team that formed a week ago. Like, that is the bottom line of this matchup. Penta, though, going to try and take as much as they can from this one, as Lauren is a little emotional for the Penta boys. And we are just going to be seeing them scrape together whatever they can. This is the point now where they're just like, buy. Just buy. Buy what you can.
The problem is, mentally, how does this affect the team? I mean, yes, you've been formed for a week, but these are also very experienced players that have been around for a long time. Now, you and I know what FPS players can be like. If things aren't going right, they want to make a change. And they want to make a change very quickly. They already start talking to people. They already start having ideas about where to go. Will this Penta team stick around? I mean, how heavily are they contracted? Because it was a cobbled together team at the last minute.
Yeah, but it's not a bad lineup. These guys are capable. We see like little glimmers of hope every now and then. But, I mean, it's been said before. Oh, this is beautiful. Tabson not going to get caught off by the flash, though, but that's not going to stop them as they dive, dip, duck, and push through the smoke. And we're going to be seeing TSM just so aggressive onto the site. Hyper-aggressive is a nice way to highlight that one, as now Stavros caught in an all-too-familiar situation. Thus, everything is smoked off. His teammates are dead, and he just has to try and cobble together some sort of retake. The mollies are there, and TSM, it feels like they've thought of everything, even cooking the chicken there in construction with the molly, and now they are hungry for this round. This is a round that Penta, if they had more communication, had played this round time and time again before, would have a chance there, but I don't think that's going to work out. I say that, though. Stavros proves me wrong, gets 1, and now with the 2v3 numbers are going to be favouring him, and this is going to be a defuse. KGB, he has to spray through the smoke to find it. He may very well get the defuse. Oh, Strux. He just about frantically typed the digits in.
Spray through the smoke.
Whoo! I don't know why I'm getting so excited. Probably, well, I'm just happy for Penta to pick up the second.
They got around. Okay, so back to VP. Okay. While they did lose that game, they ended 11-4. Now, if the Penta could pick up the 2 rounds here, they actually did have a good T side. I mean, the game ended what 16-8, 16-9, or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, they did lose quite convincingly, but the plow was on that day. TSM looking like they don't want to be flustered. I think it's the only people who can beat TSM are themselves right now, and I don't think that's likely to happen. Crystal, well, that was a little unlucky because we could see the X-ray. That spray looked dead on, but when you run in, you flashed, you smoked. They don't know he's there. They've not checked for him. He's just managed to get himself into cubby. Got 1. Dupree's going to get pushed by Troubley. He's going to find 1, going to find 2, and Penta suddenly get themselves another round.
This is YOLO TSM, though. Like, you saw that.
Yeah, I mean, they just piled tricks.
They basically just threw flashes, flashed through smoke, and just ran at them. That's like matchmaking TSM, as they're just going to be looking to pick up rounds with surprise tactics. Didn't quite work out this time, though, for the Danes, but they're going to be quite happy sitting on their bed of 11 rounds in this first half. Because, of course, the best of 1, and so they're only a stone's throw away from picking up this one, and KGB's going aggressive with the orb. That's going to be a double! Oh, see you later, Penta, as they were holding hands through mid, and it's going to cost them 2 lives in the opening seconds of this game.
I just wanted to throw a grenade down mid. That's all they wanted to do, but KGB lines it up. Like you said, this is just fast, fun TSM right now. They know they've already got this one almost in the bag. The fact they're 11-3 up can only be 11-4 is the worst they can hope for, but with that double starting things off, the bomb plant coming in. Crystal is pushing in there. He's got Stavros with him. Tabson did manage to find one. So this is actually a 3-on-3 retake. But they have the man in pit. He's about to get mollied out. Stavros should find him here. But Zipnix comes out on top. And that's probably Jules that really, you've got to think they should be winning. Crystal, well, as soon as they realized he was in Moto, they just gunned him down. All the bullets coming through there. Solid stuff overall. 12-3. That's pretty much what TSM would be happy with. This is their first game in the Pro League, and it's already looking like a win. And
the statement that needs to be made is, of course, these guys went on a break. You highlighted before they played one game prior to this, and after, of course, their win over at Face It. And another example of this, I'm going to bring up Titan. After their break, they were looking a little
Envy as well.
A little worse for wear. Envy, another great example. Maybe the French just don't take breaks well. Either way, though,
or maybe they just like long breaks.
Yeah, either way, they have had a very kind of chilled couple of what is it? I'm trying to do. How long has it been since Face It? A couple of weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. And so going back into this one, they seem to be back on form very quickly. I mean,
it's been a week.
It feels like
we've had a long week, that's for sure. But that's the double. Occasion B just lined up for him. Top and mid. That's what you like. That's what you like to see. Let's see how this pistol works out. Can Penta pull anything from this one?
Strategic decoy.
I'll be surprised, that's for sure. We'll see how it works out, though. You never know with pistols. Zipnix and Karrigan. Karrigan's going aggressive, and he's going to find trouble already at sandbags.
Yeah, really nice. A couple of nades coming out, actually, from the TSM side. Stavros is the first to draw blood, though. That's the second as well for him, as he's using that Glock to perfection, as two TSM brains are splattered across the walls.
That's open A site completely. Dupree is all alone. He's the only man that's managed to get into apartments, and Penta completely in there. Zipnix and Karrigan rotated in from B. Let's see how this retake works. Are they going to be expecting the man down mid? Dupree will find one. Oh, Karrigan just trying to one-tap, and actually almost found one there, but Troubly manages to get sickening when you see that, honestly. Karrigan does find him. The bomb only just gone down, and Tabson in a one-on-one. Karrigan knows where he is. That smoke was nowhere, and Karrigan will get themselves an easy kill. Just a couple of knives in there as well.
Like, there was a question mark. Karrigan was sitting there like, where is he? What angle is he going to be? And Tabson's like, just in case you didn't know, here's a smoke, throws it down, he can see exactly where it came from, and manages to pick that one up, just revealing his location to that in that 1v1. Either way, though, TSM, after a bit of a struggle, a little trip and stumble in the first two exchanges on that pistol round, we're going to be seeing 13 on the board, just 3 away from picking this one up.
Karrigan actually going for the M4 straight away. So he's like, you know what? I don't need an MP7 this time around. I'm just going to go directly for the M4 and the head armor as well. Meanwhile, Crystal's forced it. Strux has forced it. He's got himself a Mach 10. So there is an AK in there. Let's see what Crystal can do with it. It's got pretty much the weight of the entire Penta team on his shoulders.
Yeah, and this is all about trying to find that opening pick. That's what Crystal's hungry for. That's what Penta are hungry for, as they're trying to put as much of their eggs into this one Crystal basket.
As soon as they heard the AK, you saw TSM completely back away. Zipnix is just like, yep, not going to challenge that one. Heard the footsteps, saw the CT smoke, and immediately counter smoke goes out there. They know they won't have too many smokes. Crystal's the only man with a smoke. I tell you, Troubly's still got one. Zipnix is going to try and sit on porch. No.
Yeah, he's just trying to wait for the potential push through smoke. Of course, that's what TSM have been doing a whole lot of their T side. Maybe expecting the same coming out from Penta as Zipnix readies himself for this this wave of terrorists. They're not going to be coming just too quickly, though, as they gather their resources. A couple of nades coming out, whatever they can, and this is going to be a big spray down from Zipnix. 2 now down, looking for a third. Tabson says no, as does Troubly, as we're going to be seeing a 3v3, but that's not going to be a problem for Karrigan. That M4 isn't going to be a worthwhile investment, though, as Troubly again with the pistol, the P250, perhaps a little too strong. Let's not forget, though, there's an AK now and M4. Both of them have armor, and this is a fair fight, or it certainly should be. Troubly's brought low. Bristol's not too good for health either, as that's a big pickup, and that's going to be such a good performance from Cajun B. Walks into the site, knows they're low, and uses the MP9 to the best of his ability.
Cajun B actually smoked off by his own team there as well, waiting, trying to get up there, but obviously they'd already pushed through. The smoke was a little late, so he's like, I can't push through, guys. Just got to wait for this smoke to clear. Waiting on Banana. Good quick rotate, but pinpoint accuracy from Cajun B there. The SMG. This time, he is going to switch things up. He is going to get himself the M4. And Karrigan, well, he's gone back to an MP7 this time. Let's see where he goes with it. He's going to sit as handbags.
Cajun B, no problems there. Stavros trying to surprise him with melee aggression, but TSM not so easily surprised. Yeah. Tabson just out-angled by Device there. Troubly has been doing great with these opening picks. Put a pistol or an AK in his hand, he'll do it all the same. He is, of course, aware of that presence from pushing down Banana.
Carrigan's pushing behind him as well. Carrigan's going to come around the back of Troubley, but Troubley was ready and waiting for him. Big footsteps maybe. Crystal's going to push on through. Crystal's about to come out of Boiler, but Device is so ready for him. Doesn't matter. Troubley picks himself up another. And it's a triple from pretty much just sitting in the pit, and he tags onto Xyp9x.
He's just looking to really claw these rounds away from the TSM boys. Can he make it 4? Xyp9x just going to be
He's gone for the
quite
fake
happily
there.
sitting on that bomb. Let's not forget that the bomb is literally in front of Xyp9x. And he is going to have all the time in the world.
He's got to be expecting this now. He's got to be expecting it. He's going to come through Boiler. He's not looking that direction. Oh,
Every time.
Just unlucky. It's that 50-50. Expecting him to be covering off Arch, but instead backed into quad. And now match point for TSM. It has been easy, all said. Penta not really able to get anything really too much going for them. But this is kind of what we expected, honestly. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, so potentially the last round for TSM, or for this game, we shall see. They do have to stick with that SMG in the hands of Carrigan. They do favour it, especially when you have
MP9,
potentially some unarmoured enemies. As he's
Deadly poison.
As
How many
he's
kills he got on Igmissy? Doesn't matter. Xyp9x spotted one. Oh, and this is clever, because this is going to completely leave Carrigan unspotted. Are they going to check the corner? It's the first time he's used this corner because he hasn't had to, but no, they're just going to completely counter and back away.
So, 2 rifles. Troubley has 1, Tamsin has the other, the double T's. Going to be trying to do something. The T's. Wait, I've just talked about T's and now I'm talking about T for terrorists. I'm going to stop confusing myself.
Do you want a cup of tea?
I wouldn't mind, actually. That'd be nice. See what Dupree can do.
He is going to be rustle one up.
Just emerging through the smoke. TSM want to wrap this game up quickly. Just 3 rounds for Penta. It could be a pretty poor result for them to post. Look at this, they're just working through the smoke. Finally they come and Device just snatches a double from Penta as Tabson's trying to do something, but Cajun B just shuts them down and all onto Troubley's shoulders. He nearly got 4 last round, but this is looking like an insurmountable task, and it's looking like TSM are still in shape after their break.
Yeah, this will be the first victory for TSM. Oh, Troubley doesn't
causing
quite
trouble.
Let Carrigan go down there. Oh, maybe if it had had an MP7 or something different than the MP9, I don't know. But anyway,